Hi, I'm Caitlin Halfide, student representative of the Levy Support Committee. We just want to tell you how important it is to pass the upcoming levy on April 17th, 2012. We understand that hard economic times have made people really cautious about spending money and raising taxes, but the failure of the recent levy has put our community in danger and put our school in serious jeopardy.
The recent levy probably failed because now is not the time to repair and improve sport facilities, repave parking lots, and fix leaky roofs. But we want to remind you that a second levy also failed that would have simply kept the school going. Without this levy, budget cuts could seriously harm the school, and it could mean that there would be disaster for our schools next year.
We are afraid that kids will move to different schools if they can afford to. They won't move because they don't like Riverside. They just want to go to a normal school with regular opportunities, such as art, band, choir, honors, health classes, and sports. If the levy does not pass, Riverside will be completely changed next year.
We will also lose teachers and counselors. This will decrease the number of classes and increase the number of kids in each class, limiting the opportunities and potential of each student.
Small community-based schools are hard to find, and we should value what we have. Riverside has been here acting as an important part of the community for decades. We want everyone to know how proud and grateful we are of being here.
Our schools are surrounded by a beautiful forest, a perfect distance from the city. We couldn't ask for a better place to be. We are the perfect size, not too big, not too small. We used to know everyone, and we take pride in our school.
What do you guys love about Riverside?
Definitely the people. The small school.
I like how it's a small community.
Everyone knows everyone. Again, we grew up together, so if we split up now, that would just be hard.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we're one. I mean,
Yeah.
it's true. We're just one.
It's like
big
losing a
group
piece
that
of
we
your
can get
heart
over.
or something.
Losing a limb.
It's true though. We're all
What would you tell the people why they should pass the levy?
We don't want to lose sports or teachers.
We don't want to lose each
sports.
other.
We don't want to lose each other.
They'll split up our family.
Yeah. Not only that, but there's like generations and generations of families that have gone to Riverside. And
Even the teachers.
Yeah, even the teachers. Teachers have taught other teachers, and if the levy didn't pass, that would kind of just stop. People stop coming here.
Have you ever heard of a school that doesn't have sports?
I think there's one in Texas, but
That's a private school though.
it's Texas.
I think that our school enrollment would go down if we didn't have sports.
Honestly, there's so many people
I
that
think if there wasn't any sports, this wouldn't even be a school. Like, I think everyone would leave.
Yeah.
If the enrollment went down, I think the grades would drop because people that don't do sports might not be as active in grades.
Sports like motivate their
grades
grades.
up.
Yeah.
Do you think Riverside has a cool spirit?
Yeah. Should we sing the song?
When I heard that the levy had failed, I was devastated. We all realized that the levy failing was not an option, and many programs are essential to students' lives and cannot afford to be cut.
We have seen how things have changed over the last few years. Especially after last year's budget cuts, the classes are bigger than ever. Teachers are already having a hard time giving individual help. If this levy doesn't pass, this will be a much bigger problem next year. We don't know where the cuts will come from, but it will devastate instruction, sports, music, and arts. People don't realize that these programs start in grade school and continue all the way up throughout high school. So you can't just take pieces away.
We're a few students from Riverside High School. We've all been here like 12, 15 years, basically our whole lives.
Including preschool.
Yeah.
And we're all really proud to be Riverside students. We've all been involved in many activities that we really enjoyed and helped shape our characters throughout the years, and these activities have been slated to be cut.
I've been in band for 8 years, and I've played with most of the same kids all 8 years since 5th grade.
Yeah, I can say about the same thing. I've been 7 years. We're all really close. We've all played together, gotten a lot better, seen each other improve. It's been a really great part of being in high school.
Yeah, and it's a really big part of my life. Like, I don't know, we practice every day, a couple hours. Those of us that are in jazz band, there's an extra hour. And it's a big part of my life, and we all kind of try to build each other up and help each other get better.
I'm not in band, but I love listening to the band at the sports games. And my mom says her favorite reasons for going to high school football games is to hear the pep band perform, because they just bring a lot of spirit into the atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's that passion for music that all the kids have that it correlates into their other academic activities. Like, a shy little freshman might come into band, like myself, and feel really welcomed or be able to express himself. And if he's excited and passionate about music, it's going to translate to other parts of his life. And if the band program is cut, then you lose that. Kids who might otherwise have a career in music, that's never going to happen, really.
Riverside School District has always put a strong emphasis on character development.
Character development is important. It makes a difference in who we are as adults.
And students at Riverside are not only known for being passionate in what they do, but also being compassionate for each other. And I experienced that same compassion through cross country and other school sports. And just having that experience with other people just makes you a overall more rounded person.
I can say that development started for me really when I started doing the cross country program and running stuff in 5th grade. We had like a running club and became middle school cross country and high school cross country. But that development I would not be nearly the person I am if it were not for our running program here at Riverside. And really, it's just, there's so much you gain from a sport like that, particularly cross country, but other sports, that you learn teamwork, dedication, achievement, goals, being a better person, working with other people, all that kind of thing, all that kind of stuff. You don't get it in the classroom. You don't get it from reading, writing, and math practice. You don't get it from baseline education. It's all that so-called extracurricular stuff that can really make an impact in your life, and it carries through for the rest of your life.
The most important thing that all of us have learned from our extracurricular activities is self-discipline.
People are out there working their tails off, not only to improve the school, but also to improve themselves.
And recently, studies have been showing that the most important thing to success later in life is self-discipline at a young age. That carries through for the rest of your life.
And you learn that self-discipline through participating in these extra sports and activities.
It all counts, and it all makes a person who they are, and it's all very important. And if it gets cut, we're the ones who are hurt. A few extra tax dollars are worth the rest of our lives.
The next election day is April 17th, 2012. Mark your calendars. This is a different levy than the one proposed on February 14th. It has a lower rate as well as being fixed over a period of 3 years. This levy money will be used for our students and to keep our school operating. When this levy passes, we qualify for another $830,000 in state equalization funding, so we can't afford for this levy not to pass. This is not a new tax. Taxpayers in Riverside have been supporting a school levy for years. Next year's budget will reflect the results of the April 17th election. This is the last opportunity to vote before the cuts take effect, so make sure to vote even if you've already voted on past levies. This table shows that if your home is valued at $100,000, you're currently paying around $309 per year, which means that if this levy passes, you'll only be paying about $33 more per year for the next 3 years. Ask yourself, where would families with children choose to live or transfer their children? Ask a realtor, what happens to property values when levies fail? Ask a business person, what happens to business when the largest employer and consumer in the community declines? Ask a child, will they have a fair chance in life? Are you registered and prepared to vote for our futures?